That's it.
Hey y'all, what y'all doing? People losing their damn mind because come November 1st, food stamps will not be on their damn cards. And even some of them talking about stealing.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up like this. I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the off for November. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these stores. I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for shit.
First of all, you're on the internet talking about you're about to go steal on November 1st because your food stamps is not coming on a card. Don't you know the FBI, the CIA, and the police is looking at all y'all talking about going to steal? Don't y'all know that? You're not the brightest candle in the candle holder, huh? Second of all, if you can get your ass up to go steal, you can get your ass up to go get a job. I'm just saying. And I don't mind about disabled people and people that really can't work like old people. I understand that they need a little assistance. But if you're able-bodied and you young and you having 50,000 kids, girl, please, go get a job. It's over. No more food stamps for you tonight. It is over. Donald Trump ain't changing his mind. What in your right mind think that you could sit up and have 55 million babies and think that I'm gonna have to pay for the rest of my damn life? Bitch, please. See, the problem is the Democrats got y'all thinking that y'all could stay on food stamps and the Section 8 and the government assistance forever. That's how they get y'all votes. I'm here to tell you, no. Moral of the story is take your ass out there if you want to when you.
Yeah, that's a great way to get votes. And more importantly, that's a great way to keep votes because now you're relying on the system. And if they get you relying on them for your survival ultimately, then you're not going nowhere. And again, she showed that old video that I actually reviewed of that woman basically saying that she was going to steal and send people on a Jet 2 holiday if you try to stop her. And by Jet 2 holiday, she meant that she's going to, or her cousin or something was going to knock people out if you try to catch them stealing. But the thing is, why are we reverting to that? We revert to that before we go to anything else that's ultimately going to do what? Convenience us and take away our precious time. We're not willing to give up more of our precious time and work more, but we're willing to give up 24, 48, 72 hours of our time sitting in a cell somewhere when we get caught. Ain't that crazy? You don't have time to work more and actually bring an income, but you can go and steal, and you apparently have time to go sit in a cell from morning to night. Amazing.
Come out of that grocery store with that basket, you gonna find somebody waiting on your ass. I'm just saying. Girl, welcome to the working force, okay? You talking about you need food for your kids? Get a job at McDonald's. Kids love Happy Meals. You can get all the free fries you want.
Yeah, it's gonna take that. I wouldn't say McDonald's, but you know, if you decide to take on certain responsibilities, it's gonna take you having to work much more than the norm, and that's your decision because no one told you to have a bunch of kids that you couldn't take care of. Especially when we see people come online and openly say that they are having kids in order to meet certain stipulations within benefits, especially the new 2-year rule, where I think basically if your kids are school age, now they can kick you off of Section 8 in 2 years. If your kids are school age, I believe that was the rule in some states.
So I decided to come to Jewel's and I needed to get just like some chips and some ice cream or whatever. And I was like, let me just take my EBT card with me and I'm just gonna scan it, see if it's gonna work or whatever. Y'all, why did the card work? It just worked. It just worked. So I normally get 300. They gave me about 200. I did see that people were saying that they were getting less. It was like a 35% cut or something like that. But people in my state were not saying it. It was only people like in California and stuff like that. So, baby, I had to come back in here because I need some more stuff. I need some more stuff. Check your balance. By the way, I'm in Chicago.
I did not get my food stamps for November, so it's not funny, but I saved a little bit of money from October, so I have a little bit. But yeah, feel free to drop your budget friendly Aldi meals in the comments, because we're about to be eating soup and chili for the next unforeseeable future. Keep in mind, I used to be way more poor than this. Like, literally spending $35 at Dollar Tree for groceries. Like, that was my life at one point. When I was living in my first place, I literally was so depressed and hungry. I was crying on the fucking kitchen floor, calling my mom for food. In times like this, I'm like, okay, what have I experienced before that's worse than this? Okay, cool. Found something. Now, did I make it through that? Yeah, obviously, because I'm still standing here. So, what does that mean? That means my hair looks like shit, but I can also get through this.
Well, that can actually mean a lot of things, right? Because we live in a country to where you have a safety blanket. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you're just this strong person that always makes it through things. That just means that you were fortunate enough to live in a country to where they make it to where the majority will pay for the minority, and you're able to take advantage of that. But that shouldn't be an indication that you just keep doing what you're doing because it just always works out and because you always have a fail safe to fall on. Because eventually your luck is going to run out. And especially as you see it now, eventually you're going to have to take some form of personal responsibility. And you're truly going to be stuck in that place where it's all on you and how you move forward, as well as, which is unfortunate, how your kids are going to be able to move forward is going to be solely on what you're going to be able to do. And because you've relied on this system for so long, I can't say that I'm confident that you'll be readily equipped to handle it. So when you get saved, understand that's what it is, but then start doing some preventative actions to make sure that you'll be okay in the future so that you don't have to keep. It's not normal to keep living reactive like this. I don't know who told people that it's just normal to be on pins and needles month after month, wondering if you're going to be able to survive, eat, take care of yourself.
One thing about it, two things for sure. I know a woman in a bonnet in her bed. Whatever comes out her mouth, y'all gonna listen, right? So listen to this one. The government is testing niggas. They're testing niggas. Okay, they testing y'all because it's not about what you go through. It's always about how you handle it. Okay, so go to jail if you want to. Act crazy. We already know we're not getting no food stamps.
I actually really like that. I like how she said it's not about what you go through, it's about how you handle it. That's a fact of life. I love that.
But handle this shit with grace. I'm telling all of y'all right now. Please. For your own good. Bye.
So not only are they stealing the stamps, but now they stealing them even with the cards locked. If they want to get in your card, they're going to get in your card. If they want to spend your stamps, they're going to spend your stamps. So how can we protect our stamps? We can't. It's a government thing. We already know this. They're not going to replace them if they come up missing or somebody spend them in another state, which makes no sense because now your kids can't eat. So how fair is that to us? I don't care. Food is crazy high. And that's why the violence and the crimes and stuff is going up because people are going crazy. These stamps are here to feed.
People aren't going crazy. They was already crazy. Let me tell you something. There's no situation that's going to have me committing crimes. Why? Because I can understand what the consequences can potentially be. And that's just not something I'm willing to do or willing to have to live with moving forward because that's on your record too, which only makes it harder for you. I.e., this is where we get to self-inflicted wound territory.
These families and they don't have any other income, so how can they feed their kids? But guess what? They out back because they're not replacing them.
So ultimately, okay, they're not replacing them. Well, you probably had them for long enough. Like, I think the main issue is like people want to just live off this forever. And that's just not sustainable because there's going to be new people getting added onto it. But at the same time, people don't ever want to let things go. They just want to keep taking advantage. It's just like that woman who was in the grocery store. She went in there ready to spend her own money, didn't even think she had any food stamp on her card. And then all of a sudden, she checked it and she had it on there. And then she was like, oh, hallelujah, Merry Christmas. Even though she had the money to begin with and she wasn't even expecting to need it. And I think that's a lot of people. They just won't let it go. So we have so many people exploiting it, and with infrastructurally and logistically, that's just not going to be sustainable for very long. And bigger picture, I think we can be farther ahead as a country if we make some cuts in certain areas. And I feel like the main cut is just the fraudulent and the people who are using it that ultimately don't really need it and that are able-bodied and are becoming dependent. Also subscribe if you want to join the Legion. Hype the video as well. That helps small content creators like myself get more exposure, get pushed on YouTube. And then also feel free to join the Patreon as well, where I post self-improvement content. Until then, I'll catch you in the next video.